Hello, Squadron. Greetings. Welcome back to another collective reading. My name is Omar. I am a Reiki Master Teacher, an ordained minister, and a pretty awesome tarot reader. All right. Now, some rules. Well, not some rules, but some housekeeping before we actually get into the reading. Number one, we all have masculine and feminine energy in us, so do not get hung up on the gender of the cards. Just listen to the messages and see how they apply to your situation. All right. Number two, tarot readings can be for either you, people in your environment, or people that you're energetically connected to. So once again, listen to the messages and see how they fit. And number three, tarot readings, well, mine in particular, are timeless. So this energy could have happened to you quite recently in your past. You may be going through it right now, or it might be coming up for you in the future. All right. So even though this is for the full moon in Virgo 2023, whenever you've come across this reading, that is when you were meant to hear these messages. Okay. All right. Now, jumping into it, full moon in Virgo. Because I know it's already been affecting me. That's why this video is coming out later than I was planning on it. I kept pushing it back, because, yeah, it was like that. But this full moon in Virgo is happening it did happen on March the 7th, 2023 at 16 degrees Virgo, okay? So if you are someone trying to figure out how this energy is going to show up in your life personally, I would look at either your, whatever you want to call it, natal chart or birth chart, but you're going to want to look it up and see where 16 degrees Virgo falls for you in your house system. And that's going to be the house that is most likely going to be affected by this energy. I just need to take a break to get that out. Now, you could also look at the entire range of Virgo to see, because sometimes this energy, because the moon moves so quickly through the houses, it can spread into two houses during the same moon cycle. So me personally, I like to do both. I like to look at the individual house that the moon is going to be at when it's at peak full moon, but I also like to look at the entire range of 0 to 29. Other people who will be affected, obviously, if you have any, if you have any Virgo placements, there we go. If you have any Virgo placements in relation to your rising, your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, or your Jupiter, you too will also be affected by this energy, because if those placements are all in Virgo energy, this energy will obviously be affecting those placements as well. Using my own chart as an example, this energy will be predominantly happening in my fourth house, because that is where, strangely enough, all of my Virgo energy is happening at. Two important things to note about this full moon: it is helping to bring the intentions that you set during the new moon in Pisces that happened back, give me 1 second. Here we go. February 20th, 2023. So if you did any kind of moon magic, intention work, anything like that, you can be seeing that coming into fruition during this full moon cycle. Full moons and the new moons last for about 2 weeks. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, you can see those intentions coming into reality. It is also closing out the cycle and any leftover intentions that were set last year during the new moon in Virgo, which happened on August 27th, 2022. Okay, so there's 2 new moons that this full moon is working with. New moon in Pisces that happened 2 weeks ago, and the new moon in Virgo that happened last year. Okay? Trying to think, is that everything? I think I covered everything. I really do think I did. So, with all of that out the way, now we can jump into some cards. So I already pulled one card out, which is obviously the full moon in Virgo, and the message with it is, you are good enough. I mean, come on now. How can you not love that? You are good enough. Right off the bat, that is giving me some self-esteem, issues that might be coming up for the collective. So if you have this going on, if you have Virgo energy happening in your first house, the house of self, obviously this may be happening. Ooh, as my watch goes off to give confirmation. So somebody out there, this is definitely going to be happening in your first house. So that's going to be about confidence and belief in self. If this is, let's say, happening in your seventh house, then it may be confidence in your relationships, because the seventh house is a relationship house, or as it is affectionately known as the marriage house. If this is happening for you in your 10th house, it could be you feeling as though you're good enough. As my watch is just constantly going off. But yes, if it's happening in your 10th house, this could be in relation to your career or your legacy, feeling as though you're good enough to make whatever your dream career is or whatever your legacy is come into reality. So those are just some of the examples of how this energy could be playing out, in relation to your houses. Okay? All right. So now that we got that out there, I want to get an additional message for the other half of the collective, or just additional messages that the collective needs to hear, as the cards were fighting me. All right. Can I get additional messages for the collective in regards to this full moon in Virgo? Can I get additional messages? Okay. I just have to say this. So, as I was tapping into the energy of the full moon in Virgo, which I like to do before I do these readings. I believe I did this either yesterday or the day before. I was just trying to really sit in the energy. I kept saying the full moon in Libra instead of saying the full moon in Virgo, which the full moon in Libra is the very next full moon that's happening next month in April. So that was very interesting, because I don't normally do Freudian slips like that. They always mean something. So I'm very interested to see what, okay, you know what? Give me 1 second. Now I just have to look this up. Curiosity, I know, killed the cat. But I just have to look up what is going on with the full moon in Libra, just very quickly. I don't know why it's really tugging on me to look at that. Okay, full moon in Virgo is happening April 6th, 2023 at 16 degrees Libra. So both full moons are happening at exactly 16 degrees. That is interesting. That's very interesting. What is the significance of that? All right, I'm just looking at my chart very quickly, and then I'm gonna get right back to this reading. 16 degrees Libra for me, 5th house, of course, my fun house. All right, interesting. So from 4th house to, well, I should have known because Virgo was 4th house. So from the 4th house to the 5th house. Alrighty then. All right. Woo. Now that I've appeased that curiosity, back to the reading. All right. Can we get additional messages in regards to the collective for the full moon in Virgo? Are there additional messages or messages for the other half of the collective? Ooh, that was a perfect shuffle. We love that. For the other half of the collective in regards to the full moon in Virgo, is there any additional messages? Or messages for the other half of the collective? Ooh, card popped out. What is it? New moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Ooh. Okay. We got to bring some love. Bring love into the situation. So full moons normally are in relation to climaxes, truth being brought up to the surface, to be revealed. New moons are about new beginnings, burst of energy, creative, new love. So it's very interesting that we do have new moon in Aquarius. It's funny, the minute as I started touching this card, I just kept repeatedly like burping. I don't know why it like really started like activating my sacral chakra. Not my sacral chakra, I'm sorry. Solar plexus. It really started affecting my solar plexus as I was like touching the card, tapping into the energy of it. It like really set my stomach off. That's interesting. Why are you setting my stomach off? Why are you setting off solar plexus? Bring love into the situation. That's interesting. We're going to come back to that. All right, but I want to read what the overall messages of these two cards are. First off, starting off with the full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. It is time to be really honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Now that is a very important one, especially for those who are light workers, energy workers, empaths, because there can be this pull away from the mundane, like chores, paying bills, like the day-to-day things. We can either suffer from loss of interest in those things because we're tapped into all of this wonderful, yummy, cosmic energy. Why do I need to pay rent? Why do I need to go to the store and buy laundry detergent? That is so boring when I can have 5D conversations with like spirit guides and ascended masters and all of this. But yeah, this is really about understanding that just as much as it's wonderful to tap into that, as I like to say, yummy 5D and above energy, tapping into the heavens, the cosmos, it's also equally important not to forget the more human, mundane, grounded, 3D things that we need to keep up with and maintain. All right? Additional meanings for this card. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about, and that is very true. That is very true. Like attracts like, okay? Remember that. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. That is a very important one. Stop second guessing yourself and raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Now, really tapping into this card, I am seeing, as I said before, there is a lot of self-esteem. Oh, my nose, hold on. Nose always wants to itch when I'm channeling. There's a lot of self-esteem issues that I feel like is coming up for those that are resonating with this card. All right, so if you're resonating with this card, you are a part of the collective. That it is now your turn to work through some self-esteem issues, working through the ideal that you are good enough. Okay, all right, I just got to download. The reason why some of you may be resonating with this card is the fact that you are finally coming face to face with some belief systems about your worth. So there are things that people in your past have said or done to you that are now coming up to the surface for you to work with in relation to, are you good enough? Have you contributed enough? The ideal that did you really give the best that you can give? Everything that is surrounding that energy is coming up right now, and especially what people have said to you in regards to that. Okay, I'm just feeling that very strongly. And then we got bring love into the situation new moon in Aquarius. Let's see what that wants to say for those who resonate with it. Okay, bring love into the situation. Aquarius is all about progress and modernization. So this is a time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe that you can have it and how much you rely on others to bring it to you. That's important. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently, on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Attune to the moon. Explore the idea that it is not what you know, but whom you know. So I'm going to say that again. Explore the idea that it is not what you know, but whom you know. Additional meanings for this card. You need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for, and improve your karma by doing some charitable work. There's a lot of karma. Yeah, because full moon in Virgo talked about like karma too. Or am I bugging? I don't think I am. Like I feel like it was saying something about, yeah, raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Okay. I was like, wait, I just read karma already. Okay. Now I'm understanding why this card was affecting my solar plexus. Some of you, those who are resonating with this card, I should say. So those who are resonating with this card, you are facing the fact that you are being urged to move forward on your own. And you don't like that. You do not like that. I'm trying to articulate this as best I can. Give me a second. Okay. For those who resonate with this card, you have, for probably the longest time, had very codependent and sometimes even co-parasitic relationships with other people. And you're now being told that it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to embrace a new beginning. But to do so, you gotta leave some people behind. And that's really not sitting well with you. I can tell it's not sitting well with you because it's messing with my stomach. So if it's messing with my stomach, I know I feel like the reason why it's messing with my stomach is to put me in your shoes. I'm having like empathic sympathy pains. Like how it's messing with you physically, I'm getting a sample of it. Like it's really giving me a messing with the pit of my stomach, messing with my solar plexus type energy. But that's what you're being told. You're being told that you have great opportunities, or there's something that you really want to do, but you also want to take people along with you. Yeah, there we go. You don't want to leave people behind because you want everyone to enjoy the fruits of your labor or be a part of it or be a part of the blessing. And you are being told during this full moon, like, no, you got to leave them behind. You got to. You got to work independently because you can't keep relying on other people to be a part of your happiness. Woo. Woo. Oh, wow. I don't know where that came. I know where that came from. But I was just flowing. I wasn't even thinking. It came straight out of my mouth, but I'm going to say it again. You need to stop relying on other people to bring you your happiness. That hurt me to say. Look in your chart where you have Aquarius energy. Like what house or houses, if it spans two houses, does Aquarius energy pop up for you? All right now. All right. Those who resonate with the second card. So, all right. It's time for us to get some clarity. So, let me move the new moon in Aquarius card off. So I have like a clear space to really like work. And we are now going to do some tarot, my Crystal Visions deck, to clarify the full moon in Virgo card for the collective. Let me get some water first. Ah, that's good. All right. Can we get clear and concise messages in regards to the full moon in Virgo card? How will this energy present itself to the collective? What does the collective need to know about being good enough? What does the message about you are good enough have to do with those who resonate with this card? What message do they need to know for their highest and greatest good? Ooh, that was a tricky shuffle. That was a tricky shuffle. So, my full moon and Virgo crew, y'all got some work. You got some work, but I believe that y'all can handle it. But I also know that this is probably going to be like some powerful messages. Yep, there we go. First card out, and it wanted to come out like sideways, diagonal. It was a mix of the two. But it's on the board. We got the Fool. I'm going to take it sideways. We got the Fool. There's a choice. All right? You're at a crossroads. Either you or whoever you're energetically connected to. You heard the spiel at the beginning. But the point of the fact is, someone here, I'm just going to keep saying those who resonate with this card, those who resonate with the full moon and Virgo card, you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. I feel like some of you can either make the choice to embrace that you're good enough optimistically or sarcastic / pessimistic. But it really does come down to a choice. But yeah, let me read what the Fool is saying. Okay. The Fool represents taking a chance, unlimited potential, optimism, naivete, blind faith, spontaneity, and a zest for life. The Fool is the beginning of the journey, facing many adventures and choices. It is through these choices that the Fool will learn important lessons and move forward to the next adventure. The character portrayed in this card looks around, marveling at the beauty of her surroundings. She watches the flight of butterflies, delighting in their freedom. She is completely unaware of the danger that the danger that faces her as she nears stepping off of a cliff into the unknown. This card symbolizes taking a leap of faith and cautions to be more aware of ever-present dangers. When it is in the reverse, so yeah, that was upright. So let me show you how it looks upright. As you can see, there she goes. She's marveling at the butterflies, and then boom, there's the cliff that she's about to fall off of. So in the reverse, the Fool signifies reckless behavior, blind optimism, and a total disregard for reality. The Fool is living in a dream world and is in danger of colliding with a rude awakening. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling escapism. Okay, so for some of you, you are willing, there's a lot trying to come out, bear with me. For those who take this in the upright, you are ready to start over again. You went through some stuff, you're ending a cycle, and you're ready to believe that you are good enough because you've come out on the other side and you're ready to start a new cycle, really believing that you are good enough. You have everything that you need. You have everything that is necessary for you to make your life work, to make the next stage of your life work. It's all like you're ready to face it with all the optimism and blind faith as you can. For those in the reverse, it's coming out either two ways. It's either very pessimistic, like, no, I'm not good enough. I don't believe that I'm good enough. People have been telling me my entire life that I'm good enough. So why should I con myself into believing it now? The other way that it's feeling for me is those who are choosing to escape from reality. They're living in a dream world and they're just like, I don't need to face this. I'm just going to go about my life, not even worrying about if I'm good enough. I'm going to separate my reality, my everyday life from the fantasy world that I'm living in my head. So the fantasy world that I'm living in my head, I am like this superhero, royalty, avant-garde, ruler of all things. But in my day-to-day life, I am suffering from anxiety, depression. I hate my job. I'm not feeling fulfilled in my life. Whatever the case may be. But yeah, there's definitely multiple ways this card is coming out for me. Yeah, and because this card is a full moon card, it's really bringing up issues surrounding not feeling like you're good enough. Like, it's just, that's what keeps coming up for me. Like, you just don't feel like you're good. Like, you don't feel like you're good enough, but you are good enough. It's challenging you. All right. So for those who feel like this full moon is a challenge, it is a challenge because it's challenging you to face the programming that you have around, or the belief system you have in relation to your self-worth. Can we get further clarity about didn't even get a chance. It popped right out before I could do anything else. We got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse deals with creativity, passion. This is very much sacral chakra mixed with some solar plexus and some root chakra energy. I am not a fan of it being in the reverse because that just basically means you either do not believe in your creative projects or what fuels you, or you don't believe in your creative projects or what you're coming up with, but it's also the fact that you've abandoned your passions, you've abandoned yourself. You've abandoned your creative self. There we go. You've abandoned your creative self in the pursuit of, I'm trying to grab it because it's right there, in the pursuit of being pragmatic, being realistic. Okay, here we go. So for those of you out there who are resonating with the full moon and Virgo card, you turned your back on what you were passionate about because you felt as though it was too unrealistic and you needed to turn your back on it so that you could ground yourself and be a productive member of, I hate that phrase, a productive member of society. Oh no, I don't, ew. I don't like that, no. All right. When the Ace of Wands appears reversed in the spread, it can represent an opportunity, an idea, or enterprise that isn't completely fleshed out. It can also indicate blocked creative flow or being inspired without enough of a plan behind the idea to continue forward. The Ace of Wands reverse can also signify an idea or creative spark dying out if no action is taken to fan the flames. Yeah, see, this is what's happening. So for those who are fighting against, and I'm really feeling like this is in the career. I'm really feeling like this is practical career versus creative enterprise. So some of you out there may be artists, musicians, those of you that are in like the holistic field, like basically whatever it is that you want to pursue is not considered practical, it's not considered realistic to the quote unquote grounded or pragmatic individuals, right? They don't feel as though, thank you, the people around you don't feel as though what it is you're trying to pursue is realistic. And they've pressured you, broke you down to the point where you're now willing to abandon this You're turning your back on it because you don't feel as though it's realistic. But it is. You're good enough. You can pull this off. I'm telling you right now, you can definitely pull this off. You can turn the Ace of Wands upright. You can turn this Fool upright. You have it in you. There we go. You have it in you. Take a chance. Take a chance to take that leap into the unknown. All right. Can we get further clarity? Because I know there's something else that wants to come out for this. I know that there's something else that wants to come out for two things want to come out. Okay. All right. I'm going to take them. So the first thing that popped out, and I wish I could show this to you. I really do. Is there a way I could show this to you? I don't know. No. They said just talk it through. They'll get it. Okay. So we got the full moon in Virgo card with the Fool card, and then the first card literally jumped out and landed sandwiched between both cards. Ten of Wands. This is a burden. But you're realizing that this is a burden, and you're lifting the burden. You're lifting the burden because you are realizing this is a burden. Yeah. More wands energy. So we got the Ten of Wands, we got the Ace of Wands. They're both, I'm going to take them both in reverse. So that means there's a Nine of Wands here. So let me give you the 10 and the 9. So the Ten of Wands in reverse, it represents lightening of a load or releasing. Oh, let me hold it up. Represents a lightening of the load or a release in some of the pressure and responsibility one has been feeling. This could be due to learning how to relinquish control and delegate some responsibilities. It could also be due to one learning that if they do not take on more than they can handle, they will move efficiently in the long run. Yeah, you are seeing that whatever you have around not being good enough, that energy is what's stopping you from taking this new opportunity that's presenting itself for what it is. Like, you're struggling to make a decision. You're struggling to lighten the burden and really accept the opportunity for what it is, which is an Ace of Wands. This Fool literally is presenting you with an Ace of Wands opportunity, and you are struggling because, yeah, I really feel like whatever this programming is about or around not being good enough or being good enough is really affecting you. All right, so now Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands in reverse can represent a reckless or impatient attitude and an approach to a project or situation. In turn, it could also mean taking an overly cautious, almost paranoid stance where one's defensiveness is blocking their creativity and progress. See, that's what it is. You're blocking your blessings. I'm just being honest. Whatever issue you have about not being good enough, it is blocking you creatively from being able to accept this Ace of Wands situation. All right, I need to see what this card, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So you got Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, all in reverse energy. All in reverse energy. So that means your root. I will say your root. This is someone whose root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras, all three chakras are blocked. They're blocked. They're either blocked, they're not moving, they're moving in the wrong direction. Something is going on, but something is funky happening with your lower chakras. And it's all going back to self-worth. It is all going back to self-worth. Knight of Wands. Oh, Lord. All right. Knight of Wands represents a person who is cocky, arrogant, rash. The Knight reverse can indicate an irresponsible, jealous, or insensitive business or romantic partner. Here you go. This is the energy. This is the energy that's made you feel like you're not good enough. Male, female, friend, lover, parent, society, does not matter. One person, multiple people. This is the energy of who has put you in feeling this funky ass energy that you need to get out of is this night. And you can. You are the fool. You can totally take the opportunity, take the chance, and move into this wonderful energy. Get your creative juices moving again. But you have to face whatever this night has done to you, whatever programming this night has brought into your life. You need to work through it, release it, so that you can get the most out of these opportunities. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed that reading. You can do it. All right? Group like those who resonate with this card, I have faith in you. You can absolutely do it. All right? If you're leaving me here, thank you for taking the time to watch this reading. Jump ahead to the outro and let me know down in the comments how you felt about this reading and how it resonated with you. All right? Bye. All right. Hey, so for those who resonated with the New Moon and Aquarius card, this is your reading. All right? I am going to use my Rider-Waite deck to get messages in relation to this card. So here we go. Great. Can I get clear and concise messages for those who resonate with the New Moon and Aquarius card? Can I get clear and concise messages for those who resonate with the New Moon and Aquarius card? Can I receive clear and concise messages for those who resonate with the New Moon and Aquarius? Bring love into the situation. What messages do they need to know? What further clarity is for their benefit? Oops, there we go. All right, you got the World in reverse. What is it with everybody? Not in reverse, sideways. What's with everyone getting sideways cards? Full Moon in Virgo started off with a sideways card. Now y'all starting off with a sideways card. What's happening? What is going on? All right, so the Wheel of Fortune, that is Jupiter energy, fire energy. The overall message is a return to beginning only at a higher level in the spiral of life. We love that. So, upright, Wheel of Fortune is about good luck, karma, life cycles. There we go with karma again. I'm telling you, is karma playing a big part right now? Wow. Okay, so karmic life cycles, destiny, turning point, changes, inevitable fate, up and downs, and unpredictable. In reverse, it deals with bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, and a negative phase. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna be real. How y'all doing? Is everything going on with y'all? Cause hey, that's some energy to start off a reading with. Okay, so all right. The new opportunity that's coming up for you, those who resonate with the New Moon and Aquarius card, you need to see it as a blessing, okay? Because your attitude is going to decide if this is going to be a blessing or it's going to be a curse. I feel for a lot of you, you're taking it as a negative because you're like, but I don't want to work independently. I do want to work with friends and family. I do want to bring people along. I don't want to work independently. So you're seeing this as a negative, but it's not a negative. It is a blessing. I mean, not everything that we do in life we can do with other people. Thank you. I just literally heard sometimes to discover our personal magic, we have to walk a path alone, right? There are certain things that we personally need to see, need to experience, and need to learn that it's not always for other people. It's just for us because it is a part of why we are here, why we incarnated in this life. Okay? 40 minutes. This is going to be a long reading. This is going to be a long reading, but it's okay. It is okay. All right. What other cards want to come out for new moon in Aquarius? What other cards can help to clarify? Okay. We got the Knight of Cups now in reverse. Why we got the Knight of Cups out here in reverse? I like you upright. I do. I love it upright. So, Knight of Cups is air and water energy relating to Libra and also Scorpio. Oh, man. All right. In the reverse, it deals with moodiness, disappointment, overactive, imagination, and jealousy. I'm trying to see if this is your energy or someone else's energy. Yeah, I'm really feeling like this is other people's energy. So, and this is funny, the first group, like Full Moon and Virgo, also got the Knight, but they got the Knight of Wands. You got the Knight of Cups. And then, okay, yeah, this is the energy of people you need to leave behind. This Knight you need to leave behind. This Knight don't mean you no good. Whoever this Knight is in your life, you have to decide for yourself. But this Knight is not coming with an offer to help you. They're not coming with a cup to aid you. I really feel like they're coming to take a cup from you. They're coming to take your energy. They're here to like, there we go. They're here to take your love. They're not here to give love. They're here to take love. So this may be a very codependent person. It's a very moody and needy person. Someone that needs constant reassurance. Someone who is like, hey, do you love me? Do you still love me? How about now? I don't think you love me. I think your love for me has changed. Why don't you love me? Like there's a lot of reassurance with whoever this Knight is around. Look, watch goes off again to give confirmation. You can't make this up. You really can't make this up. I can't plan for when my watch literally dings as I'm like doing a reading. I can't plan that. All right, so yeah, this Knight is definitely taking from you. It's taking from you, and you need to see that, and that's why you need to embrace that. Moving away from people who have energy like this, it's for the better, because it's going to open you up for the wheel of fortune to move in your favor and stop feeling like it is moving against you. There we go. Love it. I love when the clarity just jumps out of my mouth. Okay. Are there any other cards that want to come out in relation to New Moon in Aquarius? Are there any other cards? Whoa. Didn't save that one. Normally I could save it. Well, damn. You got death. Now, I know some people can get very scared about when the death card comes out. Believe me, death does not actually mean someone's going to die, you're going to die. No. It means that a situation needs to change so that something better can replace it, all right? It is literally the birth, the death, and the rebirth cycle. That is what death actually stands for. So, overall message. So this card is 13 because it's a major arcana card. So it says 13 reduces to 4. The number is about control and organization. It's also about stability. You know, for those out there who know their numerology, and this card is related to the element of water and the zodiac sign Scorpion. So this is very much Scorpionic energy, which again, if you know Zodiac, if you know about Scorpio, you understand why Scorpio is death, because Scorpio is literally birth, death, and rebirth energy as well. All right, so upright, it is about endings, beginnings, change, transformation, transition, metamorphosis, and the end of a cycle. I feel like it says itself, but I'm going to help you to understand how this energy is coming up. You definitely need to get away from this energy. You definitely need to get away. All right? You are facing a choice. Again, this is all free will, but I feel like if you don't make the choice now, this choice is just going to keep coming up because it's the death upright. Death upright means this has to happen. You may not be ready today. You might not be ready tomorrow. Maybe you may not be ready in 5 years. But at some point, you're going to have to make the choice to walk away from this energy because it's not for you. But you don't have to, there we go. You don't have to do it in a mean way. You don't have to be like, you're toxic, I don't want you in my life anymore. No, you can bring love in the situation, let someone know like, hey, I'm moving into a new phase of my life and I really need to do this alone. But thank you for how you've contributed and worked with me over the years in relation to my journey. Like you can be kind. You can be kind and show love to this knight, but you're not meant to be with this knight anymore. This knight is not helping you to embrace the blessings that are supposed to come for you. All right, can we get any parting messages? Oh, there we go. Wow, and it fell right out diagonally touching the knight and the death card. That's perfect. That is perfect. Came out diagonal on both of them. So we got the Three of Cups, element water, deals with Cancerian energy. 3, so you know the power of 3 manifestation. Overall it is about expression, expansion of the idea, growth, the first stages of completion, and trification. I hope I said that word right. Upright, it is about celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship. He said friendship already. Okay, it repeats it. Community and happiness. In the reverse, it is about overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time, 3 is a crowd, and gossip. So it came out sideways, and it's touching both the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Death upright. So to me, that tells me that this could be more than one person, all right? For some people, it might be your entire family has Knight of Cups in reverse energy. It may be your friend circle. It may be lovers or romantic partners or intimate partners, however this energy, or it may be a mixture of all of them, like some family, a romantic partner, and friend. But you're literally being told that relationships need to end, okay? So for anyone out there that's like, I don't feel like this relationship is nurturing me or feeding me in the ways that it's supposed to, I feel like I need to move away from this person or end this. Is this right? Yeah, you're being told absolutely end them. End them. End them so that you could go out and make the relationships that are meant for you. Because like I said, this is diagonal. So it's mostly upright, but it landed on the Knight of Cups and Death. So yeah, whatever relationships give you the feeling of the Knight of Cups in reverse, those relationships need to end. They need to die off so that you can make room for new healthy situations, new healthy relationships. And the reason for that is you can't bring in new when you still got the old and busted and negative energy. Like think of it like this. You can't buy a new sofa when you still got the old busted sofa taking up the spot that you want to put the new sofa. No, you got to basically make room for the new sofa by being willing to come to terms with the fact that the old sofa needs to go. You need to make plans for the old sofa to get the hell out of your house. Go to the store, buy a new sofa, get it delivered, enjoy. That's what's going on right here, all right? Knight of Cups, that's your old busted sofa that needs to go. Death is literally here to help facilitate the process of moving from the Knight of Cups over to the Three of Cups, all right? It's facilitating, it's happening. It's saying, look, the universe is willing to work with you because they're like, we don't want you in this energy no more. You don't deserve this energy. It's blocking your blessings. And That's interesting. I heard you're made for better things. That really came in strong. Like when I was touching the Wheel of Fortune card, it was like, you're made for better things. This energy is holding you back. So bring love into the situation. Be gentle, be kind in how you distance yourself from this energy. But yeah, you definitely need to distance yourself from this energy. Whew, all right. But death is out here, so I know that you're totally capable of pulling this off. But yeah, that is going to be the reading for the new moon and Aquarius card. Let me know down in the comments how you resonated with it. If you're leaving me here, stay tuned to the outro if you do have time to stick around, because I have some great things that I always like to say doing it. But again, if you're leaving me here, do take the opportunity to let me know in the comments how you resonated with this reading. All right? Hope to see you soon in my next one. Bye, group 2. Yes, group 2. All right, and with that concludes the full moon in Virgo reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in my next collective reading. I also do other readings on this channel if you want to check them out. My social media and my PayPal me link will be down in the description. If you can donate, please do so. But if you can't, that is okay. You can help me out in other ways by subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, all of that good stuff, especially sharing, because that way we can build the Reiki squad. Again, let me know down in the comments what message, or if the combined messages of both resonated with you. I always love hearing it. Thank you for taking the opportunity to watch this video. And until next time, I am sending you light and love on your journey to heal your shadow self so that you may embrace your true self.